Thursday morning again here. Happy to say that I think we're finally on the upside of the illness and it is leaving our house. I've been busy scrubbing everything down and washing everything up. CJ's actually made it out to the barn a few nights this week, which has been great. I've been busy running around. Allie had some doctor's appointments, just some follow-up on things, and because she switched schools and she didn't have all of her vaccinations because we didn't do all of that when she was younger. We did get a few major ones, but there were some requirements that she was missing, so the school was kind of onto us, and we had to go to the doctor to get all those worked out. So she'll be getting some of them over the next 6 months. Some of them are not necessary, so we will not be doing. Darren's got a couple appointments this week, as we had mentioned before. He's getting bigger. He's going through some changes. Nothing to be concerned about. He's not in any distress. He has started slobbering, which is something new. So we're trying a couple different things to see if that has helped it. And like I said, it just entails some more appointments for him. He's got about 4 more months left of school, and then he is home. We were looking into adult daycare, but after lots of discussion and me stressing out and really worrying about it and constantly making the decision, I consulted with a few trusted people that I value their opinion for, and I've just decided that adult daycare is not the best place for him. So we will be keeping him home after this year. We're going to try to incorporate more activities during the day with him, whether it be with us taking him somewhere or hiring in somebody to do that. So that's what the plan is with him for the future. We do have some traveling to do the next couple weekends for volleyball, so that's coming up. But we are hoping to get back to lots of videoing this month of February. Hoping to drop at least 2 a week, as long as the work will let us do that. We have enough work. I'm excited. Lots of big things coming this month with the car being wrapped up for the major part of it. There's still obviously some body work and little details that we'll have to get done, and also get these trucks fixed. Also coming this week, well, actually next week, since the sickness has left our house, I wanted to wait. I do have a couple of orders on apparel that's been waiting to be shipped out. I was waiting for them to come in. They're coming in, I think, tomorrow. I'm not going to open those boxes yet because I want to make sure that I don't pass along any germs to anybody. So they'll probably be shipped out next midweek. So if you're waiting on an order, I'm sorry. I just don't want to pass any illness to you. So to side on the side of caution, I'm going to wait till next week, midweek, to ship them out to you. But we will be getting those. Also, hopefully in March, I'll have the new shirt design. Really excited about that. I finally found somebody that I think is going to work well with us to get that done and get it out to you guys. So that will be coming on our online store. I think we're going to still probably keep the current t-shirts on there that we have for design. But once sweatshirt season's done, we'll probably take the sweatshirts off. And we may keep the hat. I don't know yet. So there'll be some updates on that. Excited again about the new shirt design, and I hope to offer more youth sizes. I know a couple of you have asked, and I apologize. We did have them in stock a long time ago, and I'm going to update the store to offer those for the youth to get them out. We haven't yet decided when the first race is going to be. I would like for CJ to get the truck fixed first, and also to at least take the car out down the road and see how it does a little bit, and maybe get some testing in before we commit to our first race. I know lots of them are starting to pop up, especially in March. Things kind of kick off and it gets full flow. I know right now, looking at the race schedule, completely stacked, booked. There's a race every weekend. I think June, July. I know August is completely booked, and I think September, from what I have written down. A lot of local races that I hope to get to. And then there'll be ones like if something happens with weather here that we'll go somewhere else. So a good way to find out usually where we're going to race at during the race season, we usually try our best to share the flyer of the race that we're going to go to on the Raggedy Ann Facebook page. So if you want to follow that, if you have Facebook, I understand. If you don't, that's not a big deal. We'll try to put it in the week's previous video also. But that's kind of how we do things, to let people know where we're going to be. Sometimes it's last minute, like I said, with weather change. So sometimes we're not able to get it out there fast enough. We are still doing the waffles. We kind of backed off on those since we were sick this week. But we hope to start those up probably maybe this weekend. So lots of good parts and things like that. Lots more nitrous express things. And I know CJ's on a working with Tim's Transmissions here in Circleville. They're going to be waffling a nice transmission. So CJ will kind of go over with that a little bit more in the week's video. And hopefully we can get more of that out to you. So like I said, a lot more videos coming this month, especially. I know last month we talked about it being a hard month for us. So we're kind of feeling better and ready to get things going. The weather's going to start warming up soon. It's kind of like you get through January and then things are kind of taking a turn for the better. With the car, with your health, with finances, just kind of everything. So it's getting a little exciting. So lots more content to come. So Darren decided to spike a temperature yesterday. Today is Sunday. I think it has finally broke. Haven't seen him this active for a long time, so this is nice. Something also different to note today, we are not drooling. And which is a good thing because we've been battling that for the past few months. The only thing different other than the fever is that we haven't taken our thyroid medication this morning. So maybe we found cause and reason, or maybe it's just a fluke because he's sick and running a fever. But he's in good spirits, doing well, and I bet you he'll be popping willies by this afternoon.
Check it out, we've got the new scoop from LRT, Loopy Racing Tech. Came in today. It has the 4150 hole in it. Extremely nice work. So we are gonna try to get it on the hot rod. Get that little makeshift deal there off. Get that piece there off. Set it off to the side over here. That sits right up there like that. I have to mark and drill the hole for it yet. That's what we got. Nice and clear so I can see through it. And the other one I think was tinted. It's a tinted one for the Dominator. So when I run the Dominator, I got one. And when I run the 4150, I got one. There it is. So we got a piece of fiberglass scuffed up and kind of cut. Go in there like that. That's the idea here. So it will sit like that. And then we got the ledge for the Zeus fasteners to be cut in on that. So it'll be just cut them in wherever. But that'll be glued there to hold the deck lid in. See if we can back it up. Yeah, it'll hold the back part of the deck lid here. So it'll set down on top of that piece when it sits glued up in here. Should work out. That's how I did the other car. So hopefully the glue comes and we can get that done. I'm just now getting back out here. I haven't really done a whole lot at all since I've been sick there. But I still got to figure out where to mount this at. Or make a new one. One of the two. Mount the other door. Gonna get the windows ordered that actually fit these doors. And go from there. Going from the scoop there around. It's not the prettiest mount at this point, but that lid's mounted. Fuel door wrench. But that's what we got going on there. Thinking about trying to get if I've got a stud for the scoop, I'd like to get the scoop done and mounted, and possibly this door on over here. Get the new door on the passenger side. I'm gonna go in and order a few more sensors as well, I think. That way, hopefully when they come in, I can get them put on and run the wiring harness for the fuel tech. Good. These wings are awesome. They just don't come with directions. At least this one didn't. There's a whole lot of trial and error. And I'm hoping that we're doing this right as far as the right spots. So it seemed like we was missing one for the edges, but apparently it don't take them on the edges. So just spaced it out and drilling holes. You got?
Yesterday, Wayne came out.
Yep.
Did you call him and tell him you needed help, or did he just swing by?
No, he got a hold of me and I forget how the conversation went. He said he would be up. I was looking for a gauge for the TIG because mine had messed up and blew a line. And he said he had one, he'd bring it up in the morning. So that's all worked out. Hell, he brought that and a whole bunch of other TIG stuff. And then proceeded to help with finishing up the wing. We got the front end sat on, hood, welded. Are you over here? A mount in the dash to hold the center of the dash because the one was way up high up by the windshield and it was real hard to get out. So I put another one in down low instead of that one. You can see, not real sure on the front end. We'll go over that in a second. Wing is on.
Is this longer than the other one that you had on the car?
Yeah, it's 3.5 inches longer. So it's a big girl. Deck lid. I had to steal a fastener for in there. But I just got back from Jegs, so I got more. Back glass is setting in it. It is not sealed. We did clean it. I guess it's ready to be installed. It can be installed. Debating on trying to get a Lexan back glass for it rather than the glass one. But I've got the glass one.
Was that just preference, or?
I try to save weight. Yeah, I don't know. The scoop is in and on. It's mounted. The new scoop for the 4150. Like I said earlier. So a lot of people was asking about the front end. Why I needed a front end, because I had one hanging on the wall. So this is the one off the wall. It is Featherlight Composites. I ordered it and got it several years back. And it is, I mean, for a lack of better words, it's garbage. It doesn't, like, the wheel, it just goes like this.
Yeah, you can see the wave.
Like there's a big dent right there. The top of the fenders kind of go like this rather than like this. I think that's pretty solid there. But this whole thing right here is just wavy, and it's primed. They got it primered gray so you can't see it. But like if you follow my hand right there, you can see it. This fender's the same way. Got a low spot right there, out right there. And it's, let me get.
So do you have education in bodywork?
Do I have education in bodywork? What kind of question is that?
Because people don't know. So.
And then the whole thing goes like that. Okay, so right here, if you look there, I don't know if you can see the gap, but this whole thing right here is set in real far. It just goes in real bad. Right there. It's got a real bad peak right there. It droops down, comes up, and then goes down. that is pointed down.
You know, they're under new ownership now.
It wouldn't surprise me, by the way, if that's the way they did. And like the reason, so yeah, I do have some experience with bodywork and paint. I'm by no means a professional. I can get it done, but I have a lot of problems with some of the fine details and stuff anymore. The reason I went with Featherlight Composites was because we went to Lights Out. It was the first time or second time going to Lights Out, and they was set up there, and like their front end looked good. So I ordered a front end from them. I actually ordered front end, doors, hood, deck lid. I ordered a whole kit. And then whenever I got it, it was all garbage. That's the doors on that car. If you want to look at those. I don't know if you can actually see it, but it's so dirty. It's just like really wavy, and there's so many imperfections. It's crazy. They're super light. There's nothing to the door. I mean, it's thin as can be. Again. But so that's the backstory on the front end, and why I don't want to use it. You can see, show you this side here. And it's kind of taped on. So this side is dealable. We can work with that. There's some fitment required. I get that. And then this side, look at that one. Not only that, come to this side. So, I mean, like, I'm sure somebody can fix it and make it look good. I know some pretty good guys that come to Bodywork, but I don't know that I have the skill set to fix it, make it look good. Mm-hmm. So, if I run this front end, it will be probably just about as is. Just to advertise for them, basically. This is the shit you get. I don't care what you look at Lights Out or what kind of stuff they have out. This is what I got.
And that was 5 years ago?
Yeah, however many years. I had gotten it to use and ended up not using it because it was such garbage. That's why the original car always had steel fenders and everything on it. I had a one-piece front end for it. I couldn't use it. Calls and emails and all that went on with it, and I think I still have a lot of the messages. But once the money changes hands, it's done. Like, it don't matter what you get. It was Alexis. She wasn't giving no money back. So that's kind of how that all went. I had ordered several kits. Actually, I ordered 3 kits, only got 2. It was just it was a bad deal, and this is what the quality was. So
now some are going to argue that the car is called Raggedy Ann.
what about it?
So wouldn't it be fitting to have a raggedy front end on it?
No, it's not really. I don't know. It's all in perspective. Like, that car looked raggedy. It looked like a piece of shit, but it was a well-built car.
Okay.
This one is to look like shit, but it's a well-built car. This isn't. Like, I can't even say this looks like shit. It's just hideous. But maybe it is fitting. That's not what you should get for your money, though. This isn't what you should get when you buy a new front end.
At full price.
Yeah, regardless of what the car name is, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's it.
So what's your plans moving forward this week? What do you hope to get done?
I got a couple things coming from Low Dollar Motorsports. Like, I don't even know how to go into it. Haven't heard anything on the wiring part for the fuel tech. So I'm gonna try and get it as close as possible, as close as I can. And see if I can hook the shit up myself. I doubt it. I don't know what Jasper's schedule is, if he's even still able to come, or if it's something where I need to take it to him. But I'm just going to try and get as close as I can. That way, if he can come, or if he can do it, it's as simple as possible for him. He don't have to basically start from nothing. I'm still debating on the smart coil deal and do completely away with the MSD stuff, which that's added cost and added time to get the parts. So I spent an hour and a half in Jegs today trying to figure out an alternator that I still came home without one. Because I need a real tiny one, but it needs to have a good bit of amps, and the real small ones, it looks like only have 55 amps, so I'm still working on that. My goal, to answer your question, my goals for this week is just forward progress. I don't know on what, because there's a lot of loose ends. The parachute, you didn't bring the big box off the table that I asked you to grab on your way out.
Bad wife.
Yeah.
She needs fired.
Definitely.
After taking care of you all week.
Any wives for hire out there?
Oh, Jesus. Here we go. Oh, my God. Don't do that.
So the parachute's here. Get the parachute on the back and get the bumper all supported and mounted up, and the back of the car is done. As far as I'm concerned, for what I'm doing, it's done. I had tried figuring out the instant center and all that stuff, and I kind of failed at it. I think I got an idea where it's at on the car, but I don't even know if it's right. So that I gotta mount this door, get the latches and stuff in it. That way they are ready for the windows whenever I can order those. And then that will be done. The inside of the car is pretty much done, at least until I start driving it, other than the wiring and everything for the fuel tech. But the MSD, everything, like the car is drivable. It probably raceable the way I was racing it.
So when do you plan to drive it?
It keeps getting really cold. So here's another one. Here, we're going to go this route. I don't want to put coolant in it, and I don't know why I have these problems and nobody else does. Every winter I've ever left coolant in one of the cars, especially with a metal or copper head gasket, I've always gotten coolant in the cylinders and it tore shit up. So I can put coolant in and drive it now. Like, I pull the front end off of it, take it out, drive it down the road, do whatever I want to do. I don't want to put coolant in it, A, because it takes about 6 hours to get it bled out with the radiator in the back. And B, if I leave it in there, I'm afraid I'm going to have engine issues. Front end's trying to fall off.
Signs.
So I don't know when I'm going to drive it. I'm trying to get as far as I can before I do.
Now, do other people have that? You said other people don't have that problem.
I don't know if they do, but like I know people that leave their cars in the damn trailer all winter, pull it out a couple weeks before a race they want to go to the next spring, and like everything's good. The 393 in your car, it did it. This engine's done it, and that engine's done it. So I don't. My track record is don't put no damn coolant in it until it warms up.
Okay.
Like, it's warm now, there's no big deals, but they were supposed to be back down in the negative degrees, you know, next week or whatever it is. So that's my thought. I'm holding off until there's a reason to put it in. And with that, come race season, you got to drain the coolant out of it and put water, and you can't have antifreeze in it for the races. So it don't have any coolant in it. I can start it up and let it run for a few minutes or whatever. It's not going to hurt it. But as far as driving it, it won't get driven until the roads are clean. There's no salt or anything on them anyway. And then that, I might get a hair up my ass on a warm spell and, you know, take it for its first drive around the block or whatever. I don't know. It's on the air. That's why I have you to make my decisions for me.
So you can blame me when they go wrong.
Absolutely.
Yes. So if he says it's Jess's fault,
It truly is.
Guess what? That's what happened. He conned me into making a decision for him so he could blame me.
You want to make all the decisions anyway, honey. I'm just accommodating your requirements.
Keep telling yourself that. Can tell that you feel better.
I do, honestly. Like,
yeah, I think you gave
it was a pretty rough day yesterday. I was a little sore waking up this morning, but I had spent countless hours trying to get the wing on.
You didn't spend the night in Darren's bed.
True.
Poor guy.
We've still got the rest of the cage to finish around the driver too, the funny car enclosure and all that.
Are you going to race without that in?
If it's not in by the time the car is ready to race, I will.
Okay.
It is added safety. I ain't gonna lie, I don't plan on coming out and thinking that I can put this car down a surface like I did that one. So I'm not stupid. I'm not afraid to waste a couple $100 to keep from wrecking this thing. So I'm not going to try and be a superhero right out of the gate. If it's tested and it's going smooth and the car is wanting to go, we're going to fucking send it though. I ain't going to be a little girl, but I'm not going out with the intentions of this thing being full tilt and not having any issues or having to cut gas or having to throw a race away. It's just, that's not feasible to even think. Okay, sorry there's not a whole lot of racing.
We're getting there.
Yeah, it's, we're still kind of newer. We don't have a whole lot of content on the back burner to just post racing videos of old times or whatever. As you can see, the car's coming together. Hopefully we can get some racing content, and that will bring everybody in. To help with that, like, share, and subscribe. The more we can get on board with us, the better opportunities we'll have to be able to get out to races, I guess. I don't even know how to say it. But it's not for a lack of trying. I'm trying to get out there and get to racing. I cannot wait until the day comes that we're loading this in the trailer to head somewhere to test it. So just keep that in mind. I feel like as a viewer watching the content, I feel like I could see where people could get bored with just, I guess, some of the build, because it's not really exciting. You're not out there rubbing up against walls or getting dangerously sideways next to somebody down a road that one car shouldn't be on, let alone two. And so hopefully we can push forward and get some good racing in, and everybody enjoys that. So thanks everybody that stuck it out with us and continue to, hopefully. Yeah.
More to come.
Like, share, and subscribe.